The light bulbs we've been used to buying for decades to light our living rooms and desk lamps will disappear by 2014 as a 2000 energy law takes effect.
Actually, starting in 2012 with what we think of now as today's 100-watt incandescent bulb, that will no longer be legal to manufacture for sale in the U.S. So there might be some products still in the product pipeline that could still be sold, but I think that'll end fairly quickly. And then the next year, that applies to today's 75-watt incandescents, and by 2014 to the 60 watts. And the 60 watts are really the bulk of the market.
Among their replacements, LEDs, or light-emitting diodes, lights you may not even realize are now inside traffic signals, brake lights, flashlights, even the giant New Year's Eve ball in Times Square. Why the switch? LEDs are known to use less energy than traditional incandescent bulbs. They're cool, literally, and will begin replacing incandescents on store shelves within 2 years. An LED can last about 5,000 hours, 5 times longer than an incandescent. While more than twice as expensive, they're said to be 4 times brighter. But it's that brightness that's worrying some British scientists. Britain's National Laboratory commissioned a study of LEDs and found despite the benefits in energy efficiency, LED bulbs could have health hazards. Specifically, they say it may actually burn the human retina.
The retina is tissue, and what we found is that certain wavelengths or colours of light can cause damage at a cellular level to that tissue.
Dr. Neil Haig is technical director at Luminance Corporation, which the lab commissioned for the study.
There's no doubting that an LED light source at the moment can be dazzlingly bright. If you take an LED torch and shine it in someone's face, which is not a good idea, people will suffer extreme amount of discomfort and an after image, and that is not good. So we can't have domestic products that leave people with an after image.
LEDs illuminate using concentrated streams of light. When that light stream hits the eye, the scientists say it can burn the retina. Traditional incandescents, on the other hand, emit light by heating filament in an enclosed bulb, and the rays are diffused before hitting the eye.
Is there a potential with a bright or a very intense light source to cause damage? Absolutely.
Dr. Leonard Friedman is a Washington, D.C. ophthalmologist. He says while any light source can cause eye problems if misused, he hasn't seen a single patient with eye damage caused by LEDs.
I think that you would have to almost take one of those lights and put it up to your eye and stare at it.
Friedman calls the British findings a bit far-fetched, especially, he says, considering where LEDs are today, in places like flashlights, cars, and Christmas lights.
There were reports in the past that saccharin caused cancer, could cause cancer. Well, they fed buckets of this stuff to a rat, to rats, and they could develop tumors. But no human could consume that amount.
The American Ophthalmology Association says it knows of no cases of patients with damage to the eyes caused by LEDs, but it says no U.S. studies have been done on the impact. Harris agrees that while the prospect of LEDs burning retinas or any other part of the eye is not impossible, it is highly unlikely.
Just like you could probably do some eye damage looking at the sun or looking at any bright lights or staring at it, I'm sure there's ways you could do retinal damage under some circumstances. But in terms of normal, everyday use, I just don't see it as an issue at this point.
But some U.S. doctors say it could become an issue if 60-watt incandescents are replaced by LEDs. For now, though, regardless of the British health findings, look for incandescents to be completely gone within 5 years, replaced in part by LEDs. In Washington, Dee Bambani, Clean Skies News.